the Good morning, Raiders, and happy Monday. Was that a good Gannon impression? I don't know. I tell you, in my prime, just saying, in my prime, I could do a very good Gannon impression. Very good Gannon impression. But Port Richmond is the next stop we go in our preview of the Staten Island AA, Staten Island baseball teams here from the Sirius XM studios in the compound in New York City. We did Patrides earlier, and now we got Port Richmond. I want to read you off this lineup for Port Richmond. I think this lineup is a lineup that can score some runs. First baseman, James Mariani, Sr. Second baseman, Joshua Lopez, J-Lo, as he's called, sophomore. Shortstop, Brandon Thomas, Sr. Third baseman, Little Mikey Canton, Sr. Left fielder, John Mulaney, Sr. Jordan Ruck, Sr., center field. Jimmy Baez, right fielder, sophomore. Christian Harjo, sophomore. Catcher off the bench, Eric Benedetto. Coron Chalmers. Pitching staff, you got Harjo, Mariani, Benedetto, Lopez, and Ruck. I look up and down this lineup, and I could see them being scrappy. I will say the two guys, I mean, it's a no-brainer. The two guys that, if Port Richmond wants to have any chance of really surprising people and, ending this drought. And I know they made the playoffs that year at 8-10 with Jose Sierra, and it's a memorable game. The play-in game against Wagner, which they won. I remember it like it was yesterday. And David Carrion got the save. But, God, I love my Raiders baseball. But the 4 years I was there as a player, varsity 9-9, out in the first round of the playoffs, 7-11, 7-11, 6-12. They've had years, they've had years where they've won one game, 2 games. It's been rough. And it's not that they don't have the talent. They've gone through some stuff. And listen, as a guy that has coached the JV on that level, and I coached it for 5 seasons, I think the unfortunate thing about Port Richmond is that sometimes you lose a lot of great, talented players due to grades. And that's not the coach's fault. That's not anyone's fault but the players. I remember we lost a lot of players on JV. I'm not going to say the kid's name also when I was playing. Coach Shea watching this. Coach Shea will know who I'm talking about. Could have been one of the greatest players in Port Richmond history. It was in my era. Never passed a class. Never was eligible academically to play on the team. And that was a big blow to the team. It was a big blow to the team. And the program. And they've gone through this drought. And listen, I remember when I was playing my final season, senior season in 2008, I remember the article. And Shea was a big proponent of breaking down the divisions. And I do agree with Coach. Why do teams that are on the down low, they got to play Tottenville and Wagner and New York? Well, that's 9 games right there. That's going to be tough. Now, McKee has started to, over the years with Grippo, become a powerhouse. That's 12 games right there. That, you know what? If you're a little below average, you can lose all 12 of those games. And right there, you're staring at 0-12. And Shea is a huge proponent of this PSL realignment. And again, I've known for a while, Coach Shea he stated it when I was a senior. It's not fair. And the Raiders have had a rough run of it lately. As I said, Curtis Patrides, CSI McGowan, all with them. Also Lincoln Lafayette from Brooklyn. And Shea, this is a nice quote from Coach Shea. Quote: Are we going to miss playing some of the island teams? Yes. But we're in a league now where we can compete day in and day out and have an opportunity for success. End quote. Now, I will say this. As a coach there at JV for 5 seasons, and again, I would have liked to put my hat in the ring as a coach this season for varsity. I just don't really have the time to commit. And if I'm going to commit to Port Richmond baseball again, I got to be 100% to it. I got to be able to come out of 16 games. I got to be able to at least come to 11, 12. Do a good amount of practice. I can't do it. I got this. I got TV. I can't do it. But you better bet your bottom dollar I'll be there watching a lot of games. And I'll be there March 24th watching them take on Patrice in the home opener. But I will say this. The coaches, you can have John Wooden. You could have Joe Torre as your coach. I think the mantra over the years, even though Port Richmond has held Tottenville at bay and lost them by a run, 2 runs over the years, I feel that a majority of the kids just had it in their minds. We got to go to Tottenville. Tottenville just finished whooping up on Wagner, 14-2. And Wagner's one of the better teams in the league. We got to go down there now. So I could see maybe the confidence being shot a little bit. Now, the team rose up last season. And it's tremendous credit to Shea and the coaching staff for having those guys believe towards the end. And they were winning games. And they were winning games pretty well. And holding tough. And I think going in this division helps them a lot. As I said, he's got the core in Mayorani and Thomas, who I expect a lot out of. Those are guys that, not they have to step up. They know they have to step up, and they will step up. Those are 2 studs right there. Mayorani is a beast that can hit and hit for power. Thomas is the same way. Mayorani and Thomas may be a 1-2 combination that is one of the most lethal in PSAL. They're that good. I've seen these guys. I've seen them. I've coached Mayorani. Didn't have the privilege of coaching Brandon. I coached Mayorani. This kid can play and hit. He's a special player. And so is Brandon. But Shea has 2 core groups on his roster. The upperclassmen by James and Brandon. James, a 3rd-year varsity player. Brandon, 4 years. And Shea said it. They've seen, especially Brandon's this is his 4th season. And James is 3rd. They've seen a lot of losing. And I know, I speak to James a lot when I see him around Mid Island. They are tired of the losing. They're sick of it. Enough's enough. And I firmly believe that those 2 will be very good leaders. And they're not going to take it no more. And they're going to go out there and do everything they can to turn this program around. There's also the other group, the younger players, that will have significant roles on this team. Harjo, who last year, let me tell you something. This kid, if he can get that swing consistently, he's another one. A lethal hitter. Solid swing up the middle. Jim Baez, Joshua Lopez, freshman Eric Benedetto, who Eric was a kid who, when I was helping Coach Shea, me and my brother in the summer workouts at Port Richmond, I had the opportunity to see Eric and work with Eric on a few things. Eric is a raw talent, and if used correctly, I know Shea and the coaching staff will use him correctly because they know what they're doing over there. They're not there just for show. They're there for a reason. They know what they're doing. Benedetto's going to be something special. This kid can throw. This kid can play. And he can throw hard. Really hard. Nice little quote from Shea right here. Quote, that's a nice core to have. End quote. Well, keep it simple. Simple quote from Coach Shea. And I couldn't agree more. That's a really nice core. Shea's confident in the pitching staff, in their ability to throw strikes. Is counting on a solid defense to back up the staff. Now, defense is key. I've seen this program over the years, JV and varsity. They're winning games. They're coming back an era opens the floodgates. Now, the pitching staff I just mentioned, Harjo can throw. He looked good last year as a freshman. He's got under his belt. Ranny, I've seen throw. He can throw. Benedetto's going to be special. Don't know so much about Lopez and Ruck, but if they can give you a little something on the back end and in the middle of the game, that's nice. But you have three right there, Harjo, Maranti, and Benedetto, that can be really special in terms of pitching. And what's good about this for these underclassmen, like guys like, especially Christian, he got nice, significant playing time last year as a freshman. So he's had the year, he's not coming up from JV. He's coming up playing a year of varsity baseball, and a year of varsity baseball against the toughest of tough. Tottenville, Wagner, McKee, Newdorp. I think if you had the team that Port Richmond had last season for the 2014 season in this type of division, they went 4-14 last year, they go 14-4. You reverse it. Or there's 16 games, they go 12-4. This will help them. This division will really help them. I'm confident that it will. And also, they got the renovation coming up, too. And this is a nice quote from Coach Shea again. Quote, "The plan is in the works for a brand new athletic complex that will hopefully be improved and improve the baseball on the North Shore, not just at Port Richmond, but on the North Shore." End quote. I got nothing but good things to say about Coach Shea. Tommy Jessup, coach with him at JV, great guy. Coach Thomas knows what he's doing. Great coaching staff. I've learned a lot. When I was a player, I learned a lot from Coach Shea, Coach Brantley, Coach Osorio. I owe a lot to Coach Shea. Very good guy, one of the nicest guys you'll meet. When you get on the field, listen, that guy, he could come across as the most stubborn guy. I'm saying this guy, I love him, but deep down, he's one of the most lovable guys out there. He's a nice guy. He's a genuine guy, and I love him. You know, and he made the playing high school baseball special. He's a nice guy. Good guy. Good guy, Coach Shea, and Port Richmond's got the right guy at the helm. Port Richmond baseball has the right guy at the helm, and Coach John Shea leading the way. And I'm confident that they're going to have a bounce-back year. They can go anywhere from, again, I'd say the same thing like Patrice. They can go anywhere from 8-8. I'm going to say 8-8 to 10. I'd say 10-6 is their ceiling. They can win 10 games. They go anywhere from 8-8 to 10-6. This is going to help them a lot. Nice core. And I think they, just like Patrides, they have a good mix of upperclassmen and underclassmen. And all of them are hungry. So I think it's really good for them. Really good.